Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie with my Skoolie Vibes, and today we are talking solar systems. Let's do this. Okay, so here's my situation. I've had my bus about, a few months now, and I am expecting everything to be, perfect, running perfectly because it's all brand new. All the parts and pieces and everything that has been installed in this bus and built in this bus is new. So when I'm having problems with my solar system, I don't understand why it doesn't seem to be working properly. The fuse keeps tripping, and then I have no solar. There is no charge happening. So, I was told that, I need to make sure that we plug in at night, or if we're not using it, we turn the giant knob to off. And we did all these things. I say we, I mean me and my son. And we did all these things, and we were doing the things that we were told, but it still wouldn't hold a charge. So, we could go out there, we could flip the fuse, and then we can see that the bus is charging, but then within a minute or two later, maybe even 20 minutes later, it's no longer charging. So this has been very frustrating, again, because everything is all new. So a friend told me about someone that could possibly, help me. And, he does repairs. So, he's a van lifer, so that maybe we should give him, a call and see what he can do and see if he can help us. So that is what we're doing. I'm heading up to Escondido. I'm going to see if Shawn with Crux Beta, Shawn and Jess, if they can actually help me with my problem. I have no idea. Right now, it's just going to be a consultation, but if he can figure it out, oh my goodness, I sure hope he can help me. So that is where we're going. Let's go do this. Okay, so basically this is Jess and Shawn with Crux Beta, and they're totally helping me with my solar panel or my solar system issue. But here's one of the things I was wondering: what the heck does Crux Beta mean? So Jess is going to explain to us. Yes.
You came to us with your Crux.
That's true.
And we have the Beta.
That's right.
But basically, the Crux is the hardest part of a problem. So in climbing, we're like, oh, you're climbing this route. It's like this part is the hardest, and I keep falling from there. So then Shawn might come in and be like, okay, if you do a heel hook, you can get through that part. And I'm like, oh, thanks for the Beta. So now I can solve that problem. So for us in life, working a 9-to-5 job, never seeing each other, never getting to spend time with our pets, or even have time to go climbing, we're like, all right, too many Cruxes. Van life is the Beta, and now we're super happy.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. That is just awesome. That is awesome. And right now, the Beta is Shawn.
You're the Beta.
That's what I was like.
Look at this. I have to go. Look at this booty shot.
I was like, oh my god.
Love it.
Really getting to know each other now.
His words, not mine.
So your breaker was mounted like this on one screw to your solar controller. This pivoted and it pulled the wire out of here.
Oh.
So it's just loose in here. This connection was just finger tight.
And that was the sole problem of my whole setup.
I would imagine, but there's only one way to find out.
Okay.
Every single one of these terminals,
Yep.
you should have a washer and a lock. That nut,
Yep.
there's like another little washer there.
Yep.
It's a split washer. So basically the washer has a separation. As you tighten it down, it squeezes it and compresses and puts pressure on the nut.
am I going to be able to put chicken wire in there? Or do you think just the foam would be good enough?
You have to like unplug things to go through the chicken wire at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe you could like snip it and put it.
I can have some confidence, but I'm not like... Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie. I sure hope you're enjoying this video. And I hope that you find it to be very informative. And if not informative, well, maybe a little bit inspirational. And if I don't hit either of those 2 points, then hopefully you're just finding it to be entertaining. So do me a favor, show your girl some love. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. I'd really appreciate your support. And now, back to the video. Yeah, it's going good. I mean, he diagnosed it, and he's got all the, we had to get all the little washers and bolts and everything, and I think he's...
Generally what they would do is they would put this through, put a washer on the other side, then the lock washer, and then the nut to cinch it down this way.
Right.
But there wasn't enough room.
But I just don't want the stud sticking out into the space.
Right.
So we're going to put it in this way, and I'm going to put the lock washer. There should be a washer. The circuit breaker was only secured with one screw, so we put a second screw in it to secure the circuit breaker, and then lengthened this wire that had actually pulled out of this side of the terminal, which is probably the main source of her problem. Then we added washers and lock washers to all the battery terminals and a couple connections that were loose.
Yay!
Yeah!
Oh my
right
gosh.
now, and it's
it's on.
popped as far as I know.
Good. So was it popping right away?
I don't know.
Anywhere
Just
from
like,
5 to 20 minutes, you know, whatever.
Okay.
all I do is look at this, and when it's not on, then I know it's popped.
Oh. Is it an app?
Yep. It's still going.
Nice.
Hasn't popped.
Cool.
And when it pops, it says 0.
And if it does, you let us know.
Who else am I gonna let know? Who can I trust now?
Aw.
Like,
Good job,
seriously.
Sean.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yay. I want to
Target
get
or
Milwaukee.
something
That's what I want to invest in.
He's selling it. He's selling Milwaukee.
for it. Milwaukee, hook it up.
Hook it
I
up.
want Milwaukee tools. No, hands down. Alrighty, there goes my crew. There's my fix-it crew, my problem-solving crew. Right there. there's Jess. Oh my gosh, Sarge. We are so thankful for Shawn and Jess from Crux and Beta. That was simply amazing. What a great afternoon we had with them. Man, my lifesavers. Well, guys, there you go. Problem solved. It was poor installation. The wiring was completely loose, and it had nothing to do with my solar panels. It had nothing to do with the wiring, and it had nothing to do with the system. It was completely poor installation. And here I was thinking, you know, I'm sitting here trying to do all the things that I'm supposed to do, and I'm trying to do everything right. And all along, it wasn't even me or anything that I was doing. You know, I was worried that maybe, you know, all the driving and the jiggling and the moving that, you know, my bus was, you know, making, or maybe, you know, a little bit of like the potholes or off-roading a little bit. You know, not that I'm fully off-roading, but I didn't know if any of those things were causing this problem, or if I caused a problem, but it was never me. So I am so thankful to Shawn for diagnosing this. And heck, we were even at Home Depot, and we just went in, got the things that we needed, just a few things that cost me, I want to say like $5 to get the parts and pieces that I needed, and then go back out and fix the problem. So I am like so grateful, because it's really, really frustrating when you're trying to, you know, have this rig and use this rig, and you want to be so happy that you're in this beautiful bus that I got to design. I did the floor plan, I picked all the finishes. Of course, there were things along the way that we had to make adjustments, but still, you know, this is like my baby, and I was like really, really proud of this. But you know, when all these things were going wrong, it was really frustrating. And you know, again, not trying to show that, or you know, but I have to be honest what's going on. And these things will happen. And I didn't think any of these things would happen until further down the line, after I've had my rig for a year or 2 or 5 or 10, but not after a few months. So again, I am so thankful for Shawn with Crux and Beta. Totally took care of me. At first it was just a consultation, but he just got in there and said, you know, we're gonna fix this. And boy, talk about a huge weight, because now I can go off grid completely, you know, somewhere, and I'm getting the solar, I'm getting all the energy I needed to power up all the things that I need to power up. So anyways, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. It's, you know, my very first one, and so I'm really excited to be posting this, and I definitely want to share Jess and Shawn's information, you know, in the description, and you know, hopefully I'm gonna know how to do all this stuff. But this is my first video, number 1 down in the books. Here we go. Thank you again for everything, everybody. I so appreciate all of you, and I sure hope you're enjoying this journey of mine, and I'm glad that you're going to come along with me. Thank you again.